In this video, we're looking at using Pythagoras Theorem to solve two-dimensional problems. All right. So when you're applying Pythagoras Theorem, we need to follow some steps, or the steps may help. So the first thing to do is identify and draw a right-angled triangle that could be useful. Now note, with a lot of these problems, sometimes you'll do something and you'll get some information, but it wasn't the information you actually are asked to find. It's okay. Sometimes that may lead to something else that you can find. So it's always a good practice to just identify as much as you can. Number two, once you've got that right angled triangle, you want to label the sides with the lengths or a letter if it's an unknown. You then can use Pythagoras to solve for that unknown, hence, or hopefully, solving the problem. So I'm going to walk you through one of the problems here. We have an example. We have two skyscrapers and they're located 25 meters apart. There's a cable that links the top of the two buildings and we need to find the length of that cable. Now the building's heights are 50 meters and 80 meters. The first thing I would do is draw this. Alright? So we have, if I zoom in, buildings don't curve. Let's say we have a building here. We have a building here. I'm sorry for the poor drawing. Now, we know that this was 50 meters. And we know that this was 80 meters. Okay? I also know this was 25 meters. Now, the first thing I did there after drawing my terrible rectangles was put in any information I was given from the text. I've got that. I also know that there's a cable joining the tops there. The first step we were told was find a right angle triangle. Now I'm going to give you a second to find it and then I'm going to jump in and do it. Okay, so there's my right angle triangle, if I can draw straight, right there. Okay, so now what I can start to do is fill out some of the information there that we need. Okay, I actually want the length of this triangle, this cable. So there's my X. We said it was 25 meters apart. Okay, so that's our bottom part. Now this section up here is just going to be the difference between the height of the two buildings. So if one's 50 and one's 80, I know that there's a 30 meter difference. So now I've got some sort of a triangle there that we can help out with. Now, instead of continuing on with this diagram with the two terribly drawn buildings, I'm just going to go down here and create a bigger one. So here's my X, there's my 30 meters, there's my 25 meters. All right, I can start labeling my sides. Now remember, with Pythagoras Theorem, C is your hypotenuse. A and B don't really matter, so I'm going to put A and B there. Now remember, Pythag is C squared equals A squared plus B squared. So in our example, I'll just substitute in our values. Like that. So I know that X squared is now going to equal 1,525. So what I can do is square root both sides. And I'm left with X is going to equal 39.05 meters. So usually with these kind of problems also, it's good to write a concluding statement. So I'm just going to say down here, the length of the cable is 39.05 meters. Okay, so draw some diagram, put all the information you have on there, and then start to look for what you can find. Look for a triangle. Then start filling out the numbers on the well, what are the lengths of the triangle? What am I trying to find? Does that actually help? Then go and do your Pythagoras Theorem, and then write a concluding statement.